So if I can ask all of my loyal fans right now to get your fingers on that keyboard, and I'd like you to type your favorite number, please. Go ahead and type your favorite number into the chat. I just want to see a few of those to make sure that you all are out there and y'all are paying attention. Look, Leona's number 28. That's a perfectly fine number. Chip's number 7. Julie's number 22. Mitchell's number 2. This is great. These are your favorite numbers. How about your favorite pizza topping? Could you please type in your favorite pizza topping? And again, we may have an international crowd, so we could have all kinds of different things go on top of pizza. I see Tristan typed in 3.14, which may mean that Tristan likes pie on his pizza pie. There's a supreme, there's black olives, there's Canadian bacon, tomato, shout out to the Canadian bacon, pineapple, artichoke, capers, and anchovies. Wonderful. And if I asked you to type in your favorite vacation spot, where would you love to go vacationing? If you could go anywhere in the world, where would be the top place you go? I see Kauai, Hawaii, the Grand Caymans, Bahamas, Stone Harbor, New Jersey, Beach, Whistler. These are all great, wonderful. So give yourselves a round of applause, and you can do so by typing ones and zeros as fast as you can. That's applause for us. Type 10 10 10 10, or like Dan says, you can put up some applause there for a little clapping and under the reactions. That's a wonderful way to react too. I love, look at all that binary applause. That's amazing. That's really huge. Thank you. Well done, everyone. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to play, the Yes and Exercise team is going to perform first. We're going to play for about 25 minutes. Then we're going to welcome back Dan and the tightrope players to play the second half of the set. And we'll wrap everything up with a group game featuring the aforementioned CEO of Young Onset Parkinson's Network on a grill. So stay tuned for all of that. Okay, so with that in mind, I would like to go ahead and introduce my players from the Yes and Exercise troupe. And let's go ahead and bring them forward as we introduce them. First, I have Russ Parker, and give it up with the ones and zeros with applause.
Hey, everybody.
There's Russ Parker. And how about Susan Scarlett? Give it up with the ones and zeros for Susan. Next up, we have BJ Bement. Hey. Give it up for BJ. There he is. Ones and zeros for BJ. Next up, we have Stacy. Can I hear it for Stacy? Ones and zeros all the way from Italy. My goodness. And then we have Ryan. Give it up for Ryan. Ones and zeros across the board. We are binary bananas. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Here's what I want to do. For those who don't know improvisation, it is the unplanned collaborative response. That is what we do with each other. Okay? Unplanned, meaning we don't know what's going to happen next. Collaborative, like I didn't know that someone was going to start talking. That's possible. It happens. People go on their mics muted when they're supposed to. They just start talking, but they get identified and eventually they get muted, which is fine. Collaborative, meaning that we do this together, okay? And then response, meaning it's the first thing that comes to our mind. So that's our definition of improv. It is unplanned, collaborative response. And we do this to have a lot of fun and to find ways to share some interesting things together. It actually does improve quality of life. And there's a lot more information on that on my website, because believe it or not, I actually earned a PhD studying the effect of improvisation and storytelling on Parkinson's disease. All of that's on the website. We'd love for you to see more. Right now, what we want you to see is some fun. So let's go ahead and bring up all the players from the Yes and Exercise team to the screen. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play our first game, which is Yes and Story. And for Yes and Story, I'm going to need two things from our loyal fans, all of you watching out there. First, I need a location. Go ahead and give me a location that maybe would fit onto a real stage. So somewhere that you could fit onto a real stage. That's the first thing I need from you. And then I'll get the second one in just a moment. The game of Yes and Story works like this. We're going to have a person going somewhere. The first thing I see is Times Square, which is a large stage. We're going to say a bakery in Times Square. We're going to yes and the offers. A bakery in Times Square is where we're going to go with this first location. The second thing I need is the name of a person, because we're going to use yes and to tell a story about a person who is in this place. And it's Timothy. It's Timothy, okay? So we're going to tell a story in the third person about Timothy, who is in a bakery in Times Square, okay? So our players are going to do this, and as they offer this story to each other back and forth, they're going to yes and each other at the beginning of each statement. And as they play, I'm going to sneak in some emotional cues for them. So the story may take an emotional turn. Okay, so let's get 2 players up for yes and story. Let's get Russ and, oh, I'm sorry, Russ didn't have his hand up. Sorry, Russ, you got beat by Ryan. He's quick on the draw. Ryan and BJ are going to be first. Ryan and BJ are going to play the yes and story. And again, this is about Timothy, and he's in a bakery in Times Square. So tell us a story about Timothy, remembering to yes and each other, and I'll drop some emotional prompts. And take it away.
Timothy, come down.
So at a timeout really quickly, Ryan, this is a story about Timothy. Like Timothy went to the bakery in Times Square. So let's keep it in the third person and begin.
Timothy was on his way to the bakery when he was stopped suddenly.
Yes, and he was trying to get to the Neon Bagel. That was the name of the bakery, and he was stopped by the nude cowboy.
Yes, and that nude cowboy had with him a stack of Jolly Ranchers.
Sadness, sadness.
Timothy just hated Jolly Ranchers. It reminded him it as a child at Halloween, his parents would steal them all out of his bag.
And they pretended that somebody else stole them. They pretended that the boogeyman stole his gummy bears.
Excitement, remembering our yes ands, excitement.
Yes, but he saw the Neon Bagel just over the shoulder of the cowboy, and he says, "I'll forget about those Jolly Ranchers."
Yes, and he ran straight into the building, and discovered that he had run into a factory that makes gummy bears.
Angry.
Timothy was so mad. He went from Jolly Ranchers to gummy bears. What could be worse?
Yes. And the thing that made it worse was that he laced all of those gummy bears with poison.
Great. Timeout. We're going to rotate in 2 players. We still have the peril of Timothy and the poison gummy bears. Let's bring in Russ and let's bring in Susan. Thank you very much to Ryan and BJ for giving us a setup of Timothy and the poison gummy bears as he enters this new crazy bakery. Remember, yes, and Timothy and the bakery. And now you are feeling scared. Take it away,
Yes.
Susan.
Oh,
yeah. I heard a rumor that Timothy has just discovered this poison the hard way. He tasted one of these gummy bears.
yes. And it made him remember something. His friend Dorothy had an apartment that was being ravaged by rats. So he quickly ran over there with the gummy bears.
Yes, Timothy was the hero of the day. He poisoned all the rats.
And it was a scary sight to see, though.
Yes, and no one knew that Timothy actually had a second identity. He changed at Christmas time to this little short guy named
Disgust. Disgust. Tim, disgust.
Yes, and he hated playing that short guy. He didn't want to be a short guy.
Give it up for Tiny Tim, who is disgustingly sad at playing the short guy. All right, that's a round of yes and yes and story. If I could please get a series of 1s and 0s for my first round of players. Give me your yes and story of Timothy and the Dangerous Bagel in downtown Times Square, Manhattan. There they are, wonderful. I want to bring forward right now my friend Stacy, the 5th player in the yes and exercise team, and she's going to play a game with Susan right now. They're going to play the alphabet game. So Stacy and Susan are going to start us off, and this is actually a 3-part game. This is one where they're going to do what seems like a very easy thing, but the way they're going to do it might make it more complicated. And I have one question for you before you start this game. Ladies, what does the fox say?
Ding, 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 ding.
Perfect. That's exactly what I needed to hear. All right. So this is the alphabet game, and they're going to pass letters back and forth from A to Z but they're going to do it with extraordinary speed. Ladies, I want Susan to begin. Take it away.
A,
B,
C,
B,
E,
F,
G,
H,
I,
J, K,
L, M,
O, P,
Woo! Q, R, S,
T, U, V,
W.
X, Y, Z.
Woo!
Well, it was amazing. We thought they were going to do one at a time, but they skipped. And you know what happens in improv when somebody bends the rules like that? You have to say yes, and you have to build on, because Susan and Stacy didn't plan that out. They didn't know, oh my gosh, are we going to play this way? No, that's a build. So now I'm going to bring forward two more players. Thank you, Susan and Stacy. Let's get BJ and Russ to come forward in the second round. They're not only going to take the letters of the alphabet, they're going to give gifts to each other with these letters. They're going to do something with these letters. Each time they're given a letter, they're going to immediately turn it into a word and then do something with that word. And then they're going to pass the next letter to their teammate. And again, they're going to do this with extraordinary fox-like speed. Gentlemen, what does the fox say? Perfect. That's all I needed to know. Thank you very much. All right, my first gift of a letter is going to BJ, and we can hear the fox in the background. Yeah, he's grooving. BJ, I give you the gift of the letter A.
Airplane.
Give the gift, BJ.
B.
Baboon. C.
Canoe. D.
Donkey. E.
Elephant. F.
Farmer. G.
Goose. H.
Hat. I.
Igloo. J.
Jalapeno. K.
Kickball. L.
Lump. M.
Monster. N.
Octopus. P.
Penelope. Q.
Weird. R.
Roach. S.
Snake. T.
Symphony. U.
Umbrella. V.
Valentine. W.
Whale.
Wow.
X.
X-ray. Y.
Yonder. Z.
Zip, zip, array.
Give it up with zeros and ones. That's the alphabet game with letters. It goes to the next level. Everybody gets down. You dance, there's the zeros and ones. And you learn a brand new octopus. It's the N octopus, an octopus. We love that animal. That's amazing. These are the types of things that are out there when we yes and. All right, I'd like to welcome, please, Ryan to the screen right now. And Ryan, you're going to play this game, or at least start playing this game, with Susan, because this is a game where we rotate. Now we have the alphabet game, and it's going to be brought forward with a scene. So for this scene, what I need from our loyal fans out there, I need you to go ahead and give me a location. Once again, somewhere like a bakery in Times Square, but a different type of location. Give me a location, and let's go ahead and bring Susan down to the screen as well. There's the location, and the location is location. I like that. Philadelphia, a candy shop in Philadelphia. Perfect. A candy shop in Philadelphia. That's where the two of you are having the scene. So go ahead and start getting active in a candy shop in Philadelphia, acting like you're there, what you might be doing. And I need a relationship between these two. It's people who have known each other for at least 7 years. So it could be brother and sister or what other relationship might these two might have? Oh, they're exes. I love that, Anna. Perfect. These two are ex-lovers together at a candy shop in Philadelphia. Tell me that doesn't have Nora Ephron written all over it. Okay, so go ahead and keep getting busy. You're still at the candy shop. We don't know who you two are, and yet you're in a candy shop together. Remembering this is the alphabet game, and other players be ready to jump in, because as they go forward, they might say something like, beginning the scene with A, they might say, Amelia, I need you to give me some Tic Tacs. And then Amelia might say, Bob, you can't have Tic Tacs. You're sugar intolerant. So they go A, B, back and forth like that. If any of them make a mistake, don't say the correct letter, I'm going to call in somebody else to pick up the scene in the same place, okay? So these two, who are exes inside of a candy shop inside of Philadelphia, still playing, still being active, are about to say something to each other. Take it away.
Andy, I cannot believe you're here today, of all days when I'm here.
Believe it or not, this is the problem that we had all along. You expected one thing, and I gave you something different.
Candy. That's all. I'm just trying to enjoy some candy. It's a lot
Damn it.
harder when you.
Damn it. I don't care about the candy. How many times have I have to tell you? I don't care about the candy.
Excellent. Just have it your way.
Fuck you.
And we're going to rotate someone in. The laughter got Susan out of the scene. We're going to bring in Stacy to pick up that rather vulgar ex comment. Stacy, you have just been insulted by your ex, Andy. I want you to pick it up with the letter G. Here comes Stacy.
Darling, how could you do this to me? You always do this to me.
How? How is it that I'm the one responsible for doing it to you? I think only you can do it to yourself.
I know better than you.
Jack wagons. Jack wagons. That's what is inside your head. That's what's inside your head. It's a bunch of jack wagons.
It's kangaroo dew, actually. That's what I'm thinking about. This candy tastes like kangaroo dew. And it's all because you're here.
Love them or leave them.
My. Aren't you full of words?
Not really.
Oh my God!
Patience. Patience. What was your name again? You're my sister.
Queen
You're my ex. No, you're my ex.
Queen,
You're my ex.
Queen Elizabeth to you, Tiger.
Oh, that's right. That's okay. Okay. A royalty is always the go-to.
Saving grace.
Saving grace.
Grace.
Saving grace.
Oh, actually, there should have been a T, not an S there. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in BJ to replace Ryan. He's got a T, and he was offered a saving grace. Well played, Ryan. The T is to you. Take it away, BJ.
Take these broken Valentine hearts. They belong to you.
Oh.
Underwear. I say Valentine hearts go on underwear.
Very well. You always knew where you wanted things.
Well, I should. It's my body.
Except that you're in the same place with me.
You? Why would I be in the same place with you? You came in after me. This is my place. I got it in the divorce.
Zip it. I'm tired of it.
And give them a round of applause. Let's hear it for our
Let
outfit
the fox
players. Oh my
Let
goodness.
the parks out.
All right, bringing all our players forward super nicely. Now, the ones and zeros are exploding from the screen. Very well played, everyone. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, so that was an excellent way to play through the alphabet game. We see that done in a whole bunch of different ways. We have one final game we're going to play, and I'm going to bring in Russ. Russ, would you prefer to be on the screen or a pillar for this game?
I'll be on the screen.
On screen, Russ, and I need a player to play alongside of Russ who would like to partner with Russ for this final scene. And it's BJ. So BJ and Russ are on the screen, and we need to go ahead and give them a location. So go ahead and type that in if you would, please, my loyal fans. What's a good location for these two? Russ and BJ are going to have a scene. And Ryan, would you like to be a pillar in this scene?
I think I'd like to. Yeah, I like that role.
Great. And I'm going to have you pillar Russ. And Stacy, I'm going to have you pillar BJ in this round. Okay. So we can have Ryan and Stacy leave the scene because they're behind the scene. They are our pillars. And I see, oh boy, we got a bunch of great suggestions. They're on the moon. Thanks, Mitchell. Okay, so you two start acting out being on the moon, if you would be so kind. They're on the moon and they have a relationship between them. So go ahead and tell us what relationship they might be. And here's how this game works. They're going to be looking for a couple of suggestions of things to
Right.
write. They want things to write, yes, because they can't come up with the words themselves. So they actually need help from their fellow
Players.
Student.
players, right? To tell them. The players are going to tell them how to fill in the
Blank.
Blank.
blanks that occasionally come to them. That's right. And the pillars are there to
What?
Support.
support and really make sure that they don't feel like a
Nag.
nag on stage. No one wants to feel like a nag on stage. And thank goodness the pillars are here to make sure you don't feel like a nag. Okay, so we have pillars for BJ. And who is our pillar for BJ? Once again, a reminder for the audience.
Stacy.
Stacy is pillaring for BJ. And who is pillaring for Russ?
Ryan.
Ryan is pillaring for Russ. Wonderful. And look at, I've got okay, you two are brothers and you were conjoined twins. Okay. And just to let you know, you're now teachers. So we've got all that information. Your brothers were conjoined twins and you're now teachers. Not that conjoined teachers couldn't be twins. It's just that's kind of, you got a whole scene working here. Your brothers, formerly conjoined twins, who are now teachers, and you're doing this on the moon, okay? So gentlemen, get ready and pillar away.
Hey, Jet Stream Joe, my brother. Let's make this a good mission. You know, you remember what the commander told us? He told us.
Stop.
Well,
And I'm going to time out really quickly. Just remember, Russ, pick up your pillar.
Yeah.
The commander
Yeah.
told us you got a pillar. Go ahead and pick it up.
Stop and look and listen, he said.
that's what we always used to teach our students, Bob. Remember when we were connected and we had to teach the same class? It's not that long ago.
Yeah, and I also remember when one of us had to go to the bathroom. That was fun. While we were proctoring.
Yeah, remember when we would always find
Students.
on the floor of the bathroom, we had to pick them up, wipe them off, and bring them back to class.
Yeah, wasn't that fun? And I remember what Mrs. Thomas, the dean, always used to say when she saw these shenanigans. She said,
Put your pants back on.
"Put your pants back on."
You were always like that. And, you know, because we were connected, they were my pants too. Now, you know, sometimes I miss being connected to you, and we're on the moon. So why don't we
Take a spin.
take a spin, grab my air cord, and we can be connected again?
All right, just like old times. Remember the song we used to sing when we did this?
Good times. These are the good times.
These are the good times. I can't think of any rhymes.
Yeah, those were good times. But the commander wanted us to stop, watch, and listen, and here we are swinging around on the moon. But
Oh, there we
I'm
go,
having a
man.
blast though. So weren't we supposed to find some
Undercover rocks.
undercover rocks? They're not really rocks.
Oh, wow. They're going to be hard to find. When I used to go hunting for rocks with Uncle Joe, he had a special trick for finding them, and he used to.
Use a divining rod.
Yeah, that's right. He used a divining rod. I just remembered.
You won't believe this, but I brought one in my pack.
Woohoo!
All right, let's divine out these undercover rocks. Oh, wait, it's pulling down. That's not an undercover rock. It's a
Martian.
Martian. Are you a Martian on the moon? Do you even know where your home is?
And scene. Welcome them back with ones and zeros. Oh, beautifully played. Let's give it up for BJ. Let's give it up for Russ. Let's give it up for Stacy and Ryan and Susan, all of our yes and exercise players. Ones and zeros for all of you. Take a bow if you would, please. Well done, well done. Beautifully well done. All right, they're going to go ahead and they're going to relax to the back. Thank you so much. Beautifully played, all of you. And I'd like to go ahead and I'd like to call forth the gentleman you met at the front. He's a friend of mine, and he runs a beautiful company up in Vancouver, BC. Let's please get Dan Doomsha to the screen, please. Dan the man, how are you, my friend?
Hello, what a great set. Thank you, YAX folks.
Thank you.
That was awesome. That was so great. And I'll get our PD performance troupe that plays out of Vancouver, but of course we are virtual, so we're all over the place. And I'll get them to start their videos. And I'm going to spotlight them here in a minute too, and get them all to introduce themselves. So let me ask them to start their videos. Here we go. Start the video, and we'll get them to be spotlit here in one moment. I got to turn on their videos so that I can spotlight them, and I'll find them here.
Dan, can I humble brag about you as you're doing that? May I?
Sure.
So you may not know, folks, but Dan led this troop in an amazing way this summer at the World Parkinson's Congress in Barcelona. And we have several players here who played over in Barcelona. And Dan and Rosemary helped put together this amazing theater off-site because they didn't have room for us, on the facility. And there we were in Barcelona. None of us had been there. We went into the basement and played an incredible set to a packed room. There was at least 75 people there, sweating to the oldies, sold out. And oh man, it was a spectacular night. And again, just want to say, from the growth of improv and the being on the world stage like that, what an impact it made to the World Parkinson's Congress. So thank you for allowing me to be part of that. And thank you to all the players who were there that night for doing a spectacular job.
Oh, it was such a special night, and a lot of friendships and connections were made on that night, Robert. And so we're going to play some of our favorite games here for you following your inspiring set. So first of all, I'll turn it over to the troupe. Someone's going to introduce themselves first, tell you a fun fact about themselves, whatever they like, and then pass it on to another one. We have about a dozen people playing in our troupe right now this season, and we've brought 5 of them here today who have been practicing a few games to showcase. So who wants to open it up with an introduction?
I'd like to introduce, my name is Peter, and this is Clara, and hello. Oh, hello. Yes, my name is Peter, and I don't really know much about myself.
You're from Vancouver.
Oh, I'm from
You had
Vancouver.
Parkinson's for 6.5 years.
Oh, okay.
And you drove ships for the Navy really fast.
Can you believe that? No, so yeah, and you?
Well, I'm Clara, and I'm from Pasadena, and I'm on the lam from my husband, George.
Well, thank you so much, Clara and Peter. Who do you pass it to introduce next?
The Zigzag Man. Take it away, Arnie.
Hello, folks. I'm Zigzag Man. I'm North Vancouver, which is just north of Vancouver. And my fun fact is that even with Parkinson's for 10 years, I'm still skiing. At least I hope to. Hopefully there'll be some snow this year up here. So. And how about Dinah?
Hi, I'm Dinah Lee, and I live in Central Texas. And I've been with the improv troupe for 1 year. And I give it to Miriam.
Hi, I'm Miriam. I live in Eastern Long Island in Amagansett. And a fun fact about me is I love mint chip ice cream. And I was diagnosed 15 years ago. And here I am.
Okay, so this is our troop. You can give a round of applause there, the reactions button, or your ones and zeros in the chat. And we've been playing with a couple functionalities in Zoom. One of them is the immersive view. Check this out. We're going to bring us all into the art gallery here for our first game. This game is things that people say, and it starts to get us into character and expression right away. So from the audience in the chat, I'd like you to share with us an occupation, maybe an occupation that you wanted to be when you were little. Give us an occupation, and we're going to explore that occupation and warm up together. Okay, Rachel gave us veterinarian. That was a great one. And can we get an emotion as well? So we've got veterinarian as a suggestion, and we'll get an emotion, fear. Okay, so we're going to hear from a fearful veterinarian, starting with Miriam.
Here, kitty, kitty, here, kitty. Oh my God, don't do that. Don't hiss at me. I'll give you a treat. Here, take it. I'm out of here.
Zigzag.
Oh, a beautiful boa constrictor. How's that? Oh, wait a minute. Don't stop getting around my feet. No, my pants are tight enough. Thank you.
Clara.
It's gonna come out. This is my first calving thing. The babe's gonna come out this ass. I mean, how is this possible? Ah!
Dinah.
Oh, who brought this tarantula in to be examined? I hate spiders and crawly things. Oh, Peter.
Peter.
Mrs. Jones, I desperately begged you not to bring your kids in. I'll take your biting dog any day.
There we go. Okay, that was round one. Let's do one more round. Carl wrote mortician, and nice to have you here, Carl. We connected in Barcelona. And the emotion that we're going to get from a mortician. Can I get another emotion? An astonished mortician. Thank you, Rachel. So here we go. What would an astonished mortician say, Dinah?
Oh my God, you're so big.
Peter.
It lives.
Zigzag Man.
What? You're not dead? Back in the ground, you.
Miriam.
This is the most beautiful dead face I've ever seen. It has beautiful smile. You can't see it unless you know how to read it.
And Clara.
I just love the skin. I wonder what they're using. Oh yeah, you're dead.
All right, give it up for the troop. That was our warm-up game. Ooh, here comes the music. All right, I'm gonna switch off this immersive view. And we're gonna get into hearing from some of our sponsors. Okay, so I'm gonna get Peter and Clara on here first as I set it up. And I'd like to get in the suggestions. We are, of course, sponsored by Big Pharma here at this presentation today. And there's a new drug out to help treat Parkinson's. It actually addresses one specific symptom of Parkinson's. Can we get that symptom in the chat, please? What is the symptom? And then you're going to hear the advertisement, the infomercial for this new drug in one moment. It's fatigue. BJ gave us fatigue. That's exactly right. It is fatigue. And we're going to cut now to the shopping channel and hear about how this new drug helps to combat fatigue.
Oh, I'm so tired.
But wait, Clara, there's this new drug on the market.
There is?
There is.
What is that? What it is?
It's called Awake.
I need that. I need to get myself awake. But where can I get it?
You can get it at the morgue.
Wow. Do they have Scream as well for the morgue?
Well, you said in your previous incarnation that you just love the facial tone. So yes, it comes with skin cream too.
Oh, great. I love that. That'll keep me awake because I get so tired.
More caffeine, and awake, and it comes in.
A bottle that looks like an awake person.
Full of vim and vigor. But
Vim-
wait, there's more. What flavors does it come in?
Strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, and was that oh, I forget.
Mint chocolate chip.
That's right, mint chocolate chip. And
Share with our audience what additional features come with this product if they buy now.
if you buy now, you get a cheap at $1.50 per bottle, and there's like 4 tablets in each bottle. And well, you can also get the cream for your face, and
But wait, there's more. It comes with an inflatable pillow in case you're just overwhelmed with fatigue.
I forgot. It was so wonderful. It really helps you stay awake.
So buy. Dial 1-800-AWAKE.
Awake.
And it's Peter and Clara signing off.
Bye, guys.
All right, give them a round of applause. Very nice. Okay, we're going to hear from our next sponsor here. And we've got Dinah and Miriam. They're going to be talking about the next miracle drug that is sponsoring our show today. And that miracle drug, it addresses that constant challenge of burping. Let's hear about this new drug that's going to revolutionize your troubles with burping. Here we go.
Have you heard about this new drug? It's called Burpless, and it stops burping.
Yes, and I've heard that it comes in a beautiful purple bottle with seltzery drink in it. And if you drink it really fast and finish it, you'll stop burping. But there's more.
Yes, it comes in different flavors. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, caramel, turtles, and mint chocolate chip.
Oh, and I love mint chocolate chip. That would be my choice. But you can get a variety pack if you buy now, and it's very cheap if you get it in the next 10 minutes. What do you dial?
Yes, just dial 1-800-Burpless, and you will get a variety pack and for just $3.
Wow, that's a deal. Go get it now so you can burp less and have more friends.
Yes.
All right. All right, let's end that commercial. Right there. Give it up for Dinah and Miriam and Burpless. Very nice. Well, we've got one more product here this evening that you are just going to love. This product is going to be advertised by Arnie. And Arnie is going to actually have a fireside chat with us about this product that helps to solve incontinence. I know it's a sensitive issue, but we've got him here and he's going to have a really intimate fireside chat with us here. Here we go. Let's put him in there. So here is a talk with Arnie about the very tough problem of incontinence.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the show. You may find this a difficult topic to deal with, but tonight's topic is incontinence. And we have a number of different products that you may wish to try. One is the leg trickle. The other is the cup around you. And the third is don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Now, with these 3 products, you have you have the option or the opportunity to try them out in many different places. The leg trickle is probably the best if you're going to the theater and you just have to sit there and you know that something's going to happen, and You know what happens when somebody's at the theater and they get up, especially the ballet, like, excuse me, oh, excuse me. And then you have to come back and sit down. And by that time, you got to get up and go again. So this way, you're allowed to sit there. Now the cup around, that's probably best if you're a motorcycle rider, because you never want to get off when you're riding your motorcycle. And the cup around just sits there. It may get a little heavy. Your pants may start to bulge, but that's okay. And the other is forget about it. Just forget about it, because you have forgotten about it and everything just lets loose. So incontinence is something that we're just going to have to live with, take with us. In fact, you can't leave it behind. It's just in your back pocket, in your front pocket. Who knows where it'll be.
There we go. So order now.
Order now and get your triple pack.
Thank you, Arnie. Okay, give a round of applause. That's a really tough game, especially to play all by your lonesome. And he sold it to us. I'm going to be ordering my incontinence triple pack there
For Christmas.
pretty soon. For Christmas, just in time for the holidays. What a
Just in
perfect
time for the
gift.
holidays.
What a perfect gift for all your loved
oh.
ones. Yes, right. Okay, well, we're going to do another activity here, another game, and this one is called advice. And so we're going to put our players here into this immersive view. All right, there we go. Oh, let me just change that, get me out of there. Hold on now.
You win.
There we go. Where's our fourth player? I gotta find our fourth player here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, perfect. So now if I go into immersive view, bear with me here. Manually. Okay. Yes, there we go. Who am I missing? Missing Dinah. Okay, let me just put Dinah in here. Give me one moment. Okay. Get this immersive view going. We're going to get some questions happening from Clara and Peter, and then our special columnists here that specialize in advice, they are going to give some good, some bad, and some ugly advice to our questioners. So let's get a topic from the audience in the suggestions that you might need advice on. What's a topic that you might need advice on? And we'll get a question from Peter and then a question from Clara. Dinah will be giving good advice. Zigzag Man will be giving bad advice. Miriam will be giving ugly advice for this first question. And Rachel is our amazing suggestion generator here, turtles. So the first question, Peter, to the panel will be on turtles. Here we go.
Thank you, Dan. My turtle keeps snapping at me.
Well, you have a snapping turtle. That's what they do. If you don't want the turtle to snap, get a different turtle.
Well, you've obviously heard about the frog in the pot. And I think if we made this a turtle in the pot aspect, that turtle won't snap anymore.
Turtle soup. Thank you, Zigzag Man.
No problem.
Well, I don't know what you want to do, but if I had a snapping turtle that I didn't want, I would stamp on it and see all the guts ooze out.
All right, there's our first.
Technicolor turtle solution. Thank you, Miriam.
This is our first answer. And Clara's going to come now with another question for our panel. And now you can see they've moved around. So giving good advice will be Miriam, bad advice will be Dinah, and ugly advice will be Zigzag Man. And Clara, the question here is going to be on Christmas gifts.
What is the best Christmas gift to give your brother, my brother?
Well, I know your brother likes surfing, so I would get him a nice surfboard and some sex wax to go with it.
I would not get him a surfboard. I would get him
Nothing.
No, it's a tube tire, so he won't fall and hurt himself.
Well, I think you should buy your brother some mothballs and wrap them up individually. But maybe, and also maybe just disguise the smell with his favorite cologne. So he'll think that he's got moth colognes.
Excellent. I like that advice. Thank you so much.
There you go. Okay, and one final question to our advice panel now, and this one will be Peter and Clara asking together a question about gutter guards.
The question is, how do we configure our gutter guards to keep the leaves out of the gutter?
As well as ourselves.
Well, the easiest way to configure them is to just put them on top of the gutters. That way the water will, leaves can't get in, and the water as it's coming down off the roof will just sweep them off. Best way.
The rain swept solution. Thank you, Zigzag Man.
I think you don't put a gutter guard up there. You just let the gutter take all the leaves in and come out on its own. With a good rain, you'll get rid of it. And don't worry if a lot of mildew happens or you get mice in there. It's all bad.
Thank you for the royal flush solution, Miriam.
Anytime.
Clara, don't get gutter guards. Send Peter up to clean the gutters. And when he's up there, shake the ladder so he is hanging off the gutters.
Love it.
And I'm well insured to boot. Thank you, Dinah.
There we go. All right, give them a round of applause for the good, bad, and ugly advice. All right. We've got one more game here for you. We've been playing around in our troupe with a little bit of underscoring, and underscoring is music that helps set the theme of a scene. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight two people, and they'll get 1 minute to have a scene that will be influenced and inspired by the underscoring. So for this one, I'm going to have Zigzag Man and Dinah. Okay, so I'm just going to take Miriam out of here. I'm going to start some underscoring, and you'll have 1 minute to be influenced by the music, pick a character, and you'll have an interaction. Here we go. Let's start it out to thunderous applause in 3, 2, 1.
There you go.
Anna, I've never seen a parade like that with all those animals just prancing down the path. That was
Isn't it
incredible.
fun to watch them? Look at all of them. Look at that elephant.
Yeah,
He's swinging his trunk.
and it's almost like he's with the beat,
Yes,
back and forth. Such a rhythm he's got.
yes. And what about that merkin? They're They're
The music is
dancing.
old.
All the meerkats are dancing.
They are. And they, oh, here come the lemmings. Gotta get out of the way. I think they're heading for the
Yeah,
cliff.
they're
But
headed for the sea.
way away, away. Wash. And here come the waddling ducks. Here come all of the billed ones.
And scene. Great job. All right, give them a round of applause. That was so awesome. I love it. Okay, let's get Miriam up here and we'll get Peter and Clara up here. All right, and I'm going to add some new music. This is going to be a 3-person scene inspired by this music. Here we go.
Oh, I love Christmas shopping and the music that they play.
I actually enjoy checking out Santa's elves, honey.
Yeah, and I like checking out Santa's Santa. Santa.
Peter and Clara, you're here. How did we run into each other in this crowd?
Miriam, great to see you.
Good to see you. We were thinking of going over to see the Santa and the elves. You want to come?
Yeah, I'd love to come.
Okay, come on, let's
do.
go.
There's going to be a big crowd. We got to get there in a hurry.
Yeah, there will be. Oh, hey, we all 3 can be on Santa's knees. I mean, we could sit on
Well,
Santa's
2 knees and a Santa.
Let's
Do you
smoke
need
this
this,
joint first. You want some?
Oh, what am I taking? Yeah, I'll take
Marijuana.
some.
We're going to smoke a joint and then we'll sit on Santa's knees. It'll be
No,
a
I just need to go to a hot box because I only inhale, I don't smoke.
We'll have to figure that out. I have another way to do it. I have a smokeless joint. An
You want
electric one.
Yeah, great. Let's smoke up before we see Santa because he can be a real rigid dude. And this way we'll be
Yeah.
really mellow, yellow, mellow.
I want to see everything in
And
color.
THC stands for Total House Calls.
Which Santa should do.
All right, and that's the scene. Good job. Great job, folks. Okay, nice. We're going to end it off with one of our favorite games now. This is called Parkinson's with Me is Like. And I'm going to get them all into our studio, our live studio here. Here we go. And I'll just take myself out of here. We're going to transform this into the studio. There we are. Ooh, Robert's in there. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we've got our players in the studio now.
We put our heads together. 2
Spread
heads
them
are
out
better
a
than
little
one.
bit. Okay. So I'd like to get a suggestion in the chat of any object. And our improvisers are going to come up with jokes on the spot about how Parkinson's is like that object, 1 each. All right, banana. Anna gives us banana. So Parkinson's with me is like a banana.
Parkinson's is like me and a banana because you can peel yourself off the bed ever so damn slowly.
Parkinson's in me is like a banana because it peels away your faculties one by one.
Parkinson's it's like a banana for me because sometimes it gets picked off the tree and dropped on the ground.
And stepped on.
Bananas! Oh, get those bananas away from me! No, don't hit me with those bananas! Oh!
Parkinson's is in me is like Parkinson's in me is like banana because you can peel it and step on it and it's like a slippery slope.
We got one last suggestion. Last round here is yo-yo. Parkinson's with me is like a yo-yo.
Parkinson's for me is like a yo-yo because I'm always up and down and around the world.
True that.
Parkinson's in me is like a yo-yo because I keep getting strung out.
Parkinson's
Parkinson's in me is-
oh, okay, go ahead. Sorry, Mary.
Parkinson's in me is like a yo-yo because I keep getting hit by the wall.
Parkinson's in me is like a yo-yo. I'm a yo-yo.
Oh, Parkinson's in me is like a yo-yo because I'm the string and I control you.
All right, and that's our final game. Give it up for the PD Performance Troupe. Awesome. All right, let's get all the performers to turn their video back on, and I'm going to turn it back over to our host with the most, Robert. And now that you've seen both of our troops, time to mix them up, play together in our final game.
I think so, Dan. It is time. And a big shout out to your troop. Fantastic set. That was outstanding. Ones and zeros exploding from the screen. This is when we come together. And I want to note, by the way, that for my players to really give them a special shot, because this is their first time playing performance-based improv, that they normally, within the years we've been doing this, always are in a play-based, quote unquote, safe and brave space where we don't get in front of people. But when they heard Tightrope was going to do this, they said, hey, I think we could do this too. And here they are. So thank you to Dan for showing us the light and the way and all the Tightrope players. And thank you to all the players from Yes and Exercise for saying yes and to the performance opportunity and showing your skills here tonight. Now, for this final game, we're going to need a special guest. I want to bring forward the CEO and founder of Young Onset Parkinson Network. Ladies and gentlemen, can I please see all your ones and zeros at once for Miss Anna Grill? Give it up.
Hey, everybody.
There she
I can't see
is.
myself. Where am I?
Oh, you're coming. There she is. There she is.
Oh, there I am. Okay, cool.
Anna, my dear, thank you so much for being here.
Hello.
Thank you for playing with us. The game we're going to play is Hey Waiter, okay?
Okay.
And you're going to be the customer in this scene. And so what we will do for the audience, they're going to tell us things that are going to be in this erstwhile bowl of soup that we're about to describe. And our players are going to be the waiters who are going to use their emojis to raise their hand if they have something to pun away your problems, as it were. So for example, if there were a pencil in your soup, you might say, hey, waiter, there's a pencil in my soup. And someone might come forward and say, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you ordered the number 2. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. And that's how that works, okay? So there are our players in this immersive restaurant, which is just outstanding. Thank you, Dan. Dan, may I have a title for the name of this restaurant? What is the name of this restaurant?
This is the Treehouse, of course. Look at
Welcome to the Treehouse, everybody. Excellent. We're in the Treehouse Diner. And there's our customer and all of our waiters. So from all of my loyal fans and friends out there, what I need from you all right now are for some suggestions for things that might be in the soup for Anna to reasonably complain about, like a pencil. That would be a problem. The first thing I see are flies. Anna, there are flies in your soup. Go ahead, Anna.
Waiter, there are flies in my soup.
And I see Dinah.
That's extra protein. I'll add it to your bill.
Super. Anna, go ahead and go again.
Waiter, there are flies in my soup.
And I see Zigzag Man.
That's because they're having a marathon swim-a-thon.
Oh, super. Anna, go again.
Waiter, there are flies in my soup.
And I see it's Miriam.
Yeah. The fly's wings make it extra tasty.
Ew, disgusting. And I'm going to grab one more here. Go ahead, Anna.
Waiter, there's flies in my soup.
And I see, let's go with BJ.
Well, that's our new special, the SWAT stew.
The SWAT stew. Give it up for the SWAT stew. Okay, everybody, clear your hands because we're going to come with another suggestion right now. Unfortunately for Anna at the Treetop Grill here, there is in fact something else in her soup, and it's a soccer ball. Thank you. There is a soccer ball. Go ahead, take it away, Anna.
Waiter, there is a soccer ball in my soup.
And it looks like I have, it looks like Peter.
Yes, that's our new special. It's a goal in one.
I have another one. Go ahead, Anna.
Waiter, there is a soccer ball in my soup.
I see Susan.
Go!
Perfect. Anna, one more, please.
Waiter, there's a soccer ball in my soup.
And I see Stacy.
The referee's on the other side of the building. He'll be right over.
Outstanding. Let's get one more item in the soup. And this time, Anna, believe it or not, there's a shoe. Carl's been here before, and there's a shoe in your soup. Anna, please get that complaint out there.
Waiter, there's a shoe in my soup.
And I see Russ.
Oh, go ahead and use it. We ran out of spoons.
Anna, another complaint, please.
Waiter, there's a shoe in my soup.
I see BJ.
Yeah, we're trying out our soul food.
No! Anna, another one, please.
Waiter, why there's a shoe in my soup.
I see Ryan.
A soup in your shoe? A shoe in your soup?
Shoe in my soup.
You've got a drunk waiter. And I see Zigzag Man. Anna, complain once more, please.
Oh, there's a shoe in my soup, waiter.
Well, I thought you ordered the soup to go.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes.
Round of applause.
That's
And that's it for Hey Waiter. Anna, stay right there and dance with us for just a moment as we get down to the tunes. Yes. Now, here's what I want. Oh, yes. Along with your funky movements, I would love, first of all, Anna, for you to tell us in brief why you started YOPN and, what are we doing for the community with this awesome charity that you put together?
Oh, thank you so much. And I didn't know I was a CEO, but now I do. So
Hey, if I'm one, you're one.
I love it. Well, yeah, I started it a couple years ago because I was diagnosed at the age of 38 and I'm now 54. And I worked for 10 years full-time following my diagnosis, not telling anyone that I had it. And it was a very isolating and lonely time for me. And there was no one else I knew I didn't know anyone else who had Parkinson's until I stopped working 10 years later. And that just opened up a whole new world for me. And I wanted others to not feel so alone and isolated that are out there as well. So, there really was nothing out there for young onset. And I wanted to make sure that they had a place to go where they felt safe and had a community behind them and were supported in their, journey. So that's
Anna,
why.
I want to bring back all the players right now to surround you with some love and warmth. And I want to ask you, when it comes to Parkinson's and how it's perceived, because, my dad has Parkinson's and that's part of the reason I'm in this journey. And I have the benefit and just the great honor of being around and meeting so many people who are on this journey. Is it very common that people think that it's okay to laugh as a person with Parkinson's, as having that? I mean, is that a problem within our community that we don't allow ourselves fun, that we don't allow ourselves laughter still?
Yeah, I think so. And I think that too many of us coil up and go into a corner by themselves, and they lose their purpose and they don't live anymore. And that's really sad. So, I think that it's all around how you approach it and who you hang out with. So it's important to hang out with the happy people and the ones that are going to make this thing, livable, as they go forward. So I'm
Anna,
so.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I want you to hang out here. And I want everybody on the screen here, please, who are all wonderful improvisers who have had their lives improved by playing this fun form that people on the outside might not think is for people with Parkinson's. I'd love you all to just share just a line or two about why improv is meaningful to you. And so that all of our viewing audience knows about it too. And then we'll close with a thought with Dan. But please raise your hand if you'd like to share something about why improv is important to you. I see Russ. Yes, Russ.
I like to call it a support group disguised as fun. We have fun, we connect, we share emotions, not just laughter, other types of emotions too. And it's a safe space, and it's a wonderful group of people, and it's also good for your brain. Some of the exercises are challenging. You could really feel it afterwards. You think about it, and you can see the challenge.
Thanks, Russ. I see Stacy, then Zigzag, then BJ. Let's go to Stacy first.
For me, improv helped me relax everything around me and move into a place of joy, giggles and laughter and making mistakes and not worrying about it. And, we spend so much time covering up what we don't want people to see that it's really just nice to let it all go.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, Stacy. Thank you so much. We're going to go zigzag, BJ, and then Miriam. Zigzag.
Well, as Anna was saying, you start to close in on yourself, and finally you have a very small community around you. And improv allows you that opportunity, particularly with Zoom, to be in a very safe place and just break out. And in breaking out, gives you the opportunity to expand your connections in the real world, shall we say, not just the Zoom world.
That's awesome.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's go BJ and then Miriam.
So in our community, Parkinson's community, there's a lot of emphasis on medications and exercise and things like that, but it's not so much the social well-being and the mental well-being of the people. And these exercises in this community, in the improv world, really open that up for people to express themselves, be more creative, and not feel like they have to just follow a regimen.
Beautiful, BJ. Thank you so much. Let's go Miriam, Susan, and then Clara. Go ahead, Miriam.
Just
you're
unmute,
muted.
Miriam.
Yes, Miriam, you're muted, my dear.
Yes, thank you. I echo what everybody said, and in addition, what I love about improv is the community, of course, and the camaraderie, and the ability to be around very positive vibes and atmosphere, and also letting myself go and allowing myself to flow with creativity and trust myself and practice communication, because with Parkinson's, you get very tight and kind of can appear masked almost. And it just helps me really get out of my shell and put out my instincts and thoughts that come up. And I really feel fulfilled by it. I love the laughter.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Miriam. I appreciate all that. Susan, and then Clara.
I have found a new vocabulary, and that's been really quite lovely. And some of it's from games. Most of it's from games. Maybe it would be the title of a game, like I heard you say. But in real life, practical application of these fun things that we do has paved my way through some difficult moments. And
Thank you very much, Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is, the practical is real. And Clara.
Well, you know what? Improv for Parkinson's is the best kept secret there is. We should let everybody know that improv is the best way to go for us. It creates dopamine. We don't need to take pills. And what I love about it is I sometimes start off at a red light where I'm feeling low, but by the end of the class, I'm energized, positive, and happy. And also some stuff that has what we do in improv, I bring to my everyday life. For example, the yes and. There are times when I want to type in a message to someone, and it's like I'm being very negative. And then I kind of switch around and think, improv, how would I do it? And then it becomes yes and, much more positive.
Make it yes and, yeah.
Yeah, so love it, love it, love it.
I love the way you expand.
So pass on the secret to your friends, but only friends.
I love the way you implement it in your life. That's beautiful. I see Peter. Yes, Peter.
Thank you, Robert. So for me, with Parkinson's, the only choice we have is how we respond. And improv supports us to make wise choices and respond with humor and grace.
That's wonderful. And that's really that you're exactly right. To show that there is a connection here, and that's what we've been trying to build, is a huge deal. I appreciate that. Ryan or Dinah, do either of you have something you'd like to add before we go forward?
I mean, I'll go ahead and add that one of the things I love is that you're not responsible. Just it's the collective responsibility. And if you give into that, if you let your ego go, you can really become part of something special.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is wonderful. I appreciate that, Ryan. And Dinah, close us out, please.
It lightens up my whole life.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you, Dinah. So Anna, hang out for 1 second. I want to get Dan up here on the screen, if I may, please. And we're gonna, offer one more thank you and one more big heart to everybody too. Dan, you and I and our friend Margot are, as we know, the three folks that are leading the charge on this. We can happily say that for the Parkinson's community, which is not only people with Parkinson's, but is also care partners, is family members, friends, also wellness and medical experts. We want you all to come in and play. And you guys are offering classes and we are offering classes. So do me a favor, Dan, why don't you go ahead and put your website in the chat, and we will also follow up with everybody so they know how to find you guys with Tightrope Theater. I will put my website in the chat as well. And just welcome everybody to say you are welcome to come and play with us. We would love to have. Yeah, Anna.
Say one thing too. A lot of what you all just recanted back as far as what you like about improv, it mirrors a lot of, I think, what our community offers as well. A safe place, have fun, talk with others in the same situation, empathize, have a community, focus on mental health and wellness and all that good stuff. So we are a free membership for anyone who either was diagnosed with young onset or is a care partner, or family member, or loved one of someone that was. We define that a little liberally as 55 and younger. And, there's no fee, and, we'd love to have you. So if you happen to be one of those folks in that community, please join YOPnetwork.org. So it's YOPnetwork.org is our website, and you can find out all the information out there about us. So I want to thank both of you for organizing this. This was fantastic. Robert, I'm a big fan, and we do have Thursday night class that YOPN sponsors for Robert, so please come join that. Get that on his website. And Dan, I never met you, but I enjoyed your time tonight, and hope we can talk again soon. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Dan, is there anything you wanted to add before we get out the door, my friend?
If folks want to turn on their videos right now and show us your smiling faces, you can give our amazing performers a round of applause. Thank you for sticking with us. I know we went a little bit over the hour here tonight, but it just felt so great to be together. I want to applaud the bravery of our performers tonight, the camaraderie. That is what it's all about. Hope everyone has a safe and happy holidays. Let's wish for peace on earth, and it starts at home. We wish you all the best, everyone. Thanks for being here with us. Give us some smiles and waves.